In the first lesson, we saw what the notes were, and we mentioned that they go from ni, and we go ni, pa, vu, ga, di, ke, zo, and then again ni. In terms of singing these, we will start with an arbitrary bass. So, let's say that we start with ni and we go ni pa vu ga vi ke zo ni, and then we can go even higher. Ni pa vu ga vu pa ni zo ke vi ga vu pa ni joy ke joni. And in general terms, the melody is going to revolve around the notes, around these scales. And don't worry, everyone has their own voice and their own capabilities. And even choirs, what they do, they have to find some common pitch that or some common pitch window, let's say, that everyone can fit in. So don't be disturbed if at this stage you can't reach the high notes or the low notes. It doesn't matter. And we'll move on. We did the notes. It's important, I think, as we mentioned before, that when we learn the notes, just like numbers, it's easy to go up and down. What I haven't found as easy is letters. I can say A, B, C, D, E, but then if I have to go backwards, I have to think about it a little bit. I don't know about you, but it's more challenging for me to go backwards in terms of alphabet letters, but it's important when we're learning the notes, we should be able to go easily ni pa vu ga, and then ga vu pa ni. And we're also going to be jumping between notes. So if we say we're at character V and we want to go down by 3, we need to sort of instinctively know that that is the note pa. Or if we're at vu and we want to go up by 2, then we need to sort of instinctively again know that we go from vu to v. And so on. These are things that we will come across in just about every lesson. And we did the characters or the symbols in this book here. They're also called vocal signs, notes. And we did the oligon, we did ison, and we did the apostrophos. And we mentioned that the oligon ascends by 1 note. The ison keeps the current note the same as the previous note, and the apostrophos descends by 1 note. So if we were to say, let's say, exercise 1, we don't have to sing it, but we can see that it starts with the ni here, and we go ni, ni, pa, because this is oligon, pa again, because this is ison, we go vu, because we have oligon, vu again, because we have ison, ra, because of the oligon, ga, again because of the ison, the, because of the oligon, and then again the, because all of these are the same and they are all ison. Are we comfortable with that somewhat? Is it okay?
Yes.
Yes.
Excellent. I don't know if it's possible if we can all join in and, for example, do exercise 2. It's also a bit of an experiment.
Mhm.
So let me see. So if we go, we start with the knee, and if I'll try to keep a stable timing here so that we can all go knee, 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 etc. So I'll try to do this by keeping the mouse over each note. So if we go knee, 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 knee,
Ni,
pa,
pa,
vu,
vu,
ga,
Mm.
vi,
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 Mm.
vi, vi, vi,
vi,
ga,
pa,
vu,
vu,
pa,
Ni.
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 Excellent. I heard a few of you there. So hopefully these sort of exercises, they make some sense. So you can, in a way, decode what the music is or what the notes are. Are we okay with that? Does someone want to do exercise 3? If
I'm happy to do it.
okay, go on, Maria.
Ni, pa, vu, va, vi, ge, zo, ni, zo, ge, vi, ga, vu, pa, ni.
Thank you, Maria. I hope you were reading the characters there rather than the Greek notes.
I can't, I'm not gonna lie.
But yeah, in general, this is the nature of the exercises. And as we move along and we start with a chance, the first thing that we do always is to, well, as students, we will sing the notes out first, and then once we're comfortable with them, we will then we can also sing the words. So, for example, in this part here, I would go ni, ni, vu, ga, vi, ga, vu, ga, vi, que, jo, vi. And don't worry about some of the characters that we haven't gone through. We will go through a couple of more of them in this lesson. But if I were to sing this, I would say Ek neotitos mu Ο εχθρός με πειράζει.
Alexandra, after the or, there's what does that symbol mean?
So this here, this is a combination
Okay.
of characters. So I have there's the oligon here, and this small character here, this is called a kendima here. And as you can see, this is one of the notes that I want to see. Maybe we will do it today. I wanted to go by the order as it's given here. Unfortunately, the exercises, they don't necessarily follow that sort of logic, but that's okay. The way that I teach the kids on the Sunday, because we go at a slightly slower pace, we go by one or two characters depending on their understanding every week. So although we started with the three characters just like we did at the previous lesson, we've only gone up one more character after 3 lessons. That's based on the understanding of the class. If everybody's happy and they say that, oh, okay, I'm very comfortable going up and down with the oligon and with the apostrophos, then we can move on to the other characters too. But we do need to keep some sort of rhythm. I wanted to also introduce you to another PDF here that I found that might be easier for some. Well, in terms of understanding, this is by someone from Manchester called David Melling, and he has some very good, well, and at least from what I've seen, he has probably the best translation in terms of some of the terminology. So, for example, here for the oligon, he translates this as step. The apostrophos, okay, that's an apostrophe, but for ison, he shows us here that it's level. But if you move back to some of the characters, we can try to do a few more exercises. I found this one here under the Greek folder. This has some very good exercises. So it might be better if we take it in turns. So one person says from this part up to here, and then the next person continues from this part to the next.
I can start if you want.
Okay.
Well, the
Start,
first
yeah.
line.
Yeah, so if you go up to the here,
Right.
so we start with ni.
Okay. So it's ni, pa, vu, ga, the.
Excellent. Elaine?
No, I can't.
Well, you can try. So we have an oligon. So if we're V and the oligon goes by 1 up, we'll go to, you can use your notes.
That's a good thing to point out. No, I'll let other people go first.
Okay. Next in line here, I have Maria. Start from the V here and use go with the oligon.
Ke, zo, ni.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.
And then we have Susie.
Yes. It's very small on my phone screen, but I'll try.
Okay.
Ni, that's a higher ni, ni,
Mhm.
ni.
Yep.
Zo, ke, di.
Oh, perfect. Thank you.
Well, but honestly, even because anyway, it's a long history with me and Byzantine music.
Okay. You have a history. Good to know.
I have a history, but yes, I'm still a beginner though, even with the history.
So am I. So don't worry. And the last one, Victoria.
Yes, hello. Trying to unmute. So I'm jumping in right in the second lesson, and I need to start. I'll try.
Oh, okay.
It would be ra, vous, pa, ni.
Excellent. Great.
Thank you. Thank you.
Awesome. So it's very good that you've managed to get into the spirit of it. So what I did with some of the younger students, we went in and it was a bit easier for them because they're in person and we have this typed out, printed out, and they come with their pencils and we fill it in, and we do these exercises every Sunday. So I don't know if you wanted to take over that and we can have some of the exercises for next week so that we can cement the foundation a little bit of the first lesson. And what I can do, I can try to put the first lesson once I finish it, but it shouldn't take that long. I can put that online somewhere for those that want to look at it again. But in the meantime, because we won't have a lesson for the next couple of weeks, because it's Holy Week next week, and then it's a bank holiday that I'm working. So would you be happy at this point to follow exercises 11, 12, 13, up until, I think you can do up until 15. Is that okay for homework for the next couple of weeks?
Yes.
Okay, yes.
Yes.
Excellent. Okay, then that's something we can definitely do. As always, I would recommend, if you can print these out. You don't have to print the whole thing unless you find that it helps you. And with a pencil or a pen, you can write the notes underneath, just like we had it in the first exercises. If I can find like here. And if you don't know Greek, don't worry, you can write them in English Nobody's going to judge you. You can write them just like it is here. It's the same thing. Yeah, and then we can go through it in the next lesson, which I think will be around mid-May. Thank you for your time then. Any questions?
You know, the first note that we see the symbol, we see, for example, the knee there. Is that the first note, or so if the symbol is oligon, do we straight go to oligon of knee, or do we start with knee?
So we will go to the oligon in this case. So, for example, here it gives us the first note, and it
Yeah.
tells us that it's ni. We don't sing this one. We sing from this part here. So if this
So
was
if that part was not ison, but it was oligon, would we start with pa?
yes,
All
start-
right. Okay.
we start with
Okay.
pa. Let me try to find an example here. There. So here we start with the ni as an example, and we have pa, vu, ra, vi. And if I'm correct, this note here is going to match this character here. So if I see this here, which is a delta, and I say the here, then I know that I'm correct.
Right. Okay.
But yeah, we'll go through more complex exercises as we move on and as we progress. No need to worry about anything like that for now.
Thank you.
Thank you all very much.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you.
Thank
Thanks.
you. Have a great Easter.
Alex.
Thanks.
Kelly and
Happy
Anastasia.
Easter.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.